Okay, so on our region, when we take office, one of the things we're looking at was to visit Grand Falls, Jamestown, Bismarck, and community, Fargo, Moher. I know they are part of us anyway, but that will be our work. We want to include, even into leadership, we want to have a representative in Grand Falls, Jamestown, and Bismarck.
To add up to that, presently we did reach out to the community of Jamestown and Bismarck. So that's something that we already have in place, that we have already done. So we are not waiting to come in power before we can be able to do that. We did a few years ago, we reached out to Jamestown leadership, we reached out to the leadership in Grand Falls, and they are aware of ULEN. Thank you.
What constitutional financial control exists to protect community funds from stealing? What constitutional financial funds, what constitutional financial control should exist to protect the community from community funds from stealing or
Our question is, per the constitution we have, what mechanism, right?
Can we put in place
to control the funding of ULEN based on the constitution we have, to use the constitution we have as a question.
Okay, let me say this. We do have a committee that's set up for that. Whenever we have a program, we come to the General Assembly and be able to give a report of every program that we have. So the community is aware of every funding that ULEN has.
I think I got your question right. You're talking about what mechanism we're going to put in place to tighten the financial part of the organization to be able to avoid misappropriation. I think that's right. Because stealing is a harsh word. Okay, so because on our team we have financial secretary, we have the treasurer. Those are people that we want to be working with directly all our leadership to make sure that they are transparent into the disbursement of funding going out of ULEN account when we restore ULEN. Thank you.
Thank you. That's our work from my end, and I will turn it over to the president. So, my question to the both candidates: we have Liberian businesses in the community. If any of you guys wins, what kind of mechanism support or initiative that you guys going to introduce to help Liberian businesses in the community? Thank you.
Chris, can you repeat your question?
The question is, we have Liberian businesses here in the Fargo Moher area. So if any of you guys wins, what kind of mechanism or initiative or support that your leadership will introduce to help the Liberian businesses, maybe getting grant or what kind of mechanism will be? That's my question.
For what I would say, we've been supporting the small businesses like the community, and we still going to support them. But when it comes to grant, every organization write their own grant. So the ULEN will not be able to help. Yeah, you don't know how to go about getting the grant. We'll be able to help you to write the grant, but we will still give our support to the African markets or African stores that is in the community.
Thank you, Chris. One of the first things we'll do on our organization will be to map all the Liberian businesses within enough North Dakota and Fargo, Jamestown, Grand Forks. Then you get to know, in mapping the businesses, you know their challenges they're facing. In North Dakota State, where we should have our grant set, our 513C settled, that communication state for the small and medium businesses in our community. Thank you.
The history of ULAND, and so I was able to go on the internet and, you know, can we say that, I mean, we hope to see more of that?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because in everything we do, we have to do the paperwork. Community, whether we have 10, we have 15, and where they are operating, and what is their challenges, what that is coming to elevate their businesses.
Do we hope to see more relationship between the city mayor and city authorities here in Fargo and other areas? Do we hope to see more engagement?
We will, yeah. We have a relationship with the police and other people in Fargo. Will be able to link the African community to them to be able to help in terms of everything that they need. Thank you.
Okay, more questions. Let me find out more. What can we say about relationship with the religious leaders, the churches? How are you planning to work along with churches and so on?
So, I think looking at the Fargo Moya area, we have a very good relationship with the churches and religious leaders here. Evidenced by visitation, we visited a few churches before for the start of our campaign. And my thing is, because these religious leaders have their own churches, we need to involve them into our community work. It will make it easier for communication, because we will not be able to be going to all the churches at once, but when we have each church leader into our administration, they will carry the information back to their congregation. And I think that's the best way to do it. But we have a very good relationship with the religious leaders here in the community.
Yeah, we do have a relationship with the Pastors Association, which of course we have some of them were appointed by President Zay. So they are part of ULAND administration. So they are involved. Thank you.
Okay, so we talk about Christians and stuff. We have Muslim people among us here. So how do we reach out to them too? We always talk about your pastor wife. If, like, for example, recently somebody just passed away in our community that's Muslim. So how do we go about that with them?
We interact with other relations. Yeah, not only Christian. We do affiliate with Muslims, other relations. So ULAND is not only limited to Christian. Muslims, Buddhists, whatever, we relate to them. Whenever something happens, we go to the Muslim community, we go to whatever relation, we identify with them. We are not going as Christian. Yeah, that's why I want to make clear. It's not only about Christian. We do have Muslims in Liberia, so it's not only limited to Christian. Thank you.
Can I just come back to the question?
Yeah.
Okay. So our current structure, we have Muslim in our administration and we take over. So it will be an easier pathway for them to communicate with the religious people on every information that will be in ULAND. So we are hoping to work with him to identify the Islamic community, so we can have a visit with them and introduce ourselves when we take over and show them that we will be working together as one community.
All right, thank you. So let me just ask. So we have question we have for you. Most of our kids are born here in America. So, to your leadership, what kind of mechanism or method you are going to use to promote the Liberian culture into our society for the kids that have been born in this country? What kind of mechanism? Thank you.
We started promoting our tradition, I think last year, if I'm not mistaken, year before last, when we had our inauguration program on the field. We introduced most of our culture to our children for them to know where we're coming from. So the things that we already have done and will continue to do if our administration given the opportunity for this community. Thank you.
So, yes.
So, I love that question because that's one of the activities that we'll be carrying out here when we take over as the new administration. We want to do inclusion with youth and our children by exhibiting our heritage. So the July 26th program is not just going to be about idols in our building. We want to see our kids come together where they will showcase their cultural heritage. And we want the youth to be really involved into those things because they are the next generation after us here.
On that note, thank you so much. And let me catch you one way. Yeah, so let's give our hand of applause. At this time, the vice candidate, but in this way, it's not going to be, it's not going to be. One soul and let's do it that way. We don't want him to actually decide as to how the very going to answer the question.
Yes, because in order to cover this, we have to pay money.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wait. Now we have to pay money too. We have to pay the money to cover something. Nobody. Nobody gave me no money to come here. Nobody gave me money. Nobody gave me no money. Nobody gave me $5 to come here. I came by myself. motion
my
there.
comment as election commission chairman, people are here to listen to the candidate. If you don't register, then that means you cannot vote. But there is not a place to do that. I don't want to do that.
Thank you. So let's listen to our
Problem here. Maybe that's not it. Somebody got to know that they want to drink your own.
Yeah, my question goes to Vice Presidential candidate Madam Lesga. So you were previously asked to outline some of the achievement of the administration that you are currently serving on.
Hey, my brother, be quiet now.
So if you So you were previously asked to outline some of the achievement of the city administration that you already serve as a vice president on, and you listed some things here. So my question to you is, why are you not brave enough to run on the legacy of the administration you are serving in to run as a presidential candidate, but now you're still going on another president as a vice presidential candidate? Are you saying that you don't have the achievement to run on, or are you hiding something? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. I do not have anything to hide. Reason I never went for the presidency. I am a pastor's wife. I am a mother. I will not give my 100% to this community because I have other engagement to do. So because of that, I decided to go. I do not want to come up here and tell you that I was asked to become the president to run for the position, but I declined the position because of what I'm into. To continue doing what I was doing as the vice president, I agreed to stay with the vice president position to be able to help the community. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Good to see you. Like you said, you were asked to serve or to run for the presidency, but you declined because you had a lot of responsibility. Do you think, being a VP, do not take the responsibility of that?
Thank you. I do have a responsibility, but it is limited to becoming the president. I work in the absence of the president. So my office being as a vice president is limited than being a president for the community. Thank you.
I'm making noise out here. What's it?
From your communication having them to be inclusive within our ULEN community.
For Jim, we'll reach out to them to be involved into the ULEN activities. We did call the president from the Jamestown, asking him to work with us. It's the same thing that we did with the base one, and they agreed to work with us, and they have been working with us.
Thank you, Mama Baby. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so my first concern is that you said there will be no clapping, there will be nobody talking when the candidate is speaking. I want to know whether clapping now is allowed before I can ask a question.
So it's still not allowed?
It's still not allowed. Because people clapping and people talking, when candidate talking, the candidate lie and all of that, and we're not kind of bringing them.
They put you outside. You do that, they put you outside.
They just violate the law, and in no time we can all institute the law.
Thank you.
So that is what we have to do are breaking the law. So if you do it, please, baby, don't clap. When the time will come, when we get out there, we'll be able to clap for, our candidates.
Thank you. Madam VP. So, Madam VP.
I wanted to have a little shift, to see, that's the question to the next candidate.
Okay, go to the book for them. My question goes to the book for them. But I'll start with Madam VP. Madam VP?
Yes.
You said, as far as I'm concerned, ULEN is clean. So I want to know, if ULEN is truly clean, how come we don't have our own bank account?
Thank you.
How come we are talking about name change so that we can be recognized as the state of North Dakota? If ULEN is clean, how come our 501c3 is revoked? So I want you to answer those questions.
You guys keep going back to the question. When it comes to the 501c3, like I stated, when I got in power, the 501c3 was active. Active. The bank account which you're asking about was active. Due to communication that we never had, because the past administration never turned anything over to state administration. So everything that we got in state administration was provided by state administration. So when it comes to the 501c3, it was already damaged. But the registration for when the IRS was active. So we still have the accounts where ULEN funds was placed. Thank you.
Okay, so the question goes to who? No, we're not going to. No, the thing is, Hello? Yeah, so can we have some questions for the other candidate, Albania? Yes.
I appreciate you guys first for taking the time to come over here and organize us to be representing something. So to do this, it takes time and it takes.
Your question.
The first candidate of Mr. Edstewart. So, you've been in the committee, you've been running, you will in the committee when it comes to July 26th, when it comes to running July 26th and getting involved into the committee. What are some of your efforts? What have you done? Can you provide? Can you tell the Liberian people, what have you done? What are your info you've done? I remember me, I served free for the Liberian community. I ref or game free for the Liberian community. Nobody paid me. That was our service. So what have you done for us today that you want us to vote for you?
Okay, so I think you were not here from the beginning. You're not going to
I have a question for you.
Yeah, I don't want to against you. I'll answer that. I work in here as first the media and publicity chairperson on the committee, under the first administration of CA. And the second administration, I was the chair. I said media and publicity. You gotta. The Constitution Committee chair to amend the Constitution that we currently have. So let me come back to your other question. You talk about July 26 celebration and all of that. It's not my responsibility to plan these things, but I'm always there to attend. Thank you.
Yeah, we have 2 more questions. 2.
Excuse me.
Thank you. Mr. Bishop, Vice President of LST, I have a question for you. What role do you think a Vice President should play to a community conflict?
Let me get that question again, please.
I think she's asking what role a Vice President should play in terms of conflict.
Okay, so in my role as the incoming Vice President, I will work with the elders to have conflict resolution among our group, whether it has to do with the youth, the women organization, even different organization structure in this community. That's how we're going to structure our conflict and resolution.
Okay, the last one to go.
One final question, yeah. Go ahead.
The incoming Vice President, what is your goal and how do you plan on coming up with committees, the community active in your plan?
Keeping the community active, this has to do a collective effort. It's not one person, because I can be active, go for a meeting by myself, 2 or 3 persons, but when we work collectively together as one organization in unity, that will be achieved.
Okay, so that's it. So we're going to get them the next 4 to 5 minutes where they will interact and be able to ask one question. They will move on to the next group of people, the presidential.
Okay, so during our expose here today, she might be as saying Yulin was a headache for me, and I want to reiterate that because others were not here today. She said, why I left Yulin because I call Yulin headache. No, I did not call that, and I want to make that clarification because this has to do with integrity and personality in this community that people love me so much. Secondly, I want to say here, because from my little experience in politics, when the president is leaving, they will always support their vice president to take over based on the working relationship they have. So when President said that he was not going to be contesting this election, he reached out to several people asking them to become vice president of Christian Simpson without asking his vice president. And in several meetings, on the other hand, the vice president had gone to the local community by evidence and said that she was running to become the president. So I'm surprised and shocked today. She said that she was not going to run as president because the presidency had not a role. But I want to assure here, when we win as the LSC team, our responsibility will not be limited under his regime. If he leaves and goes somewhere, I will take over as the vice president. It will be my responsibility to discharge the duties that he will hand over to me. So my question is, if you are not able to run as a president, the vice president has a lot of responsibility too. How do you intend to handle this responsibility, especially working with the youth group, the women in the areas?
Let me make that clear. You were appointed by Ebenezer Say in his administration. I want to make it clear, and you should be open to the General Assembly that you were appointed. You were called upon to serve in the administration, which of course you told him that the Liberian community was a headache. You said it was a headache, you don't want to be involved in the Liberian community, which of course you deny helping the administration. But now you stay here to the Liberian people, trying to make them to understand you never said such thing. I put it to you, last year when we had our independence at D-Word, you went with your crew. If you knew you wanted to be the vice president of this community, the first thing you should have had in mind, a character. You never exhibited your character. You went down at the 12 truck and you misbehaved. You were asked upon to pay $20 to enter.
Concerns, right? So if we all talk right now, we'll not get our point across. So you see, the moderator, he has the ability to be able to control this and then go debate. So whatever he says, and he will be able to get it going. So I'm begging you, I understand how you understood it or how it relate to you. But there is an alleged and other things happening. But I think the moderator will be able to handle that. But it will come out here and will outlash right now, will not be able to get the message across. So I'm begging you, just calm down, and then we got people who are able to deal with this thing. We got rules and regulations. We don't want to reprimand anybody and start throwing people outside. I don't think that's what it's intended. But if you guys give us the go ahead, we should have used those two to be able to handle that. So we're begging you, please, 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 that will give Mr. Akwe the chance to be able to carry this on. Thank you. And we don't need no opposer or subjection.
Thank you.
All right? We don't need no opposer or subjection. Again, I want to be clear on this. We're not going to take on this under the presidential debate. No. If this continues, before this debate ends, we'll start putting people outside, and we mean it. We absolutely mean it. There's an organization, and we've got to be able to respect the rules and regulations that governs this identical debate. Everyone out here, we are all equal. There's no age differential out here right now. But we got to be able to respect each other. Thank you.
Yeah, so you know with that, I mean, again, let's be civil, man. You know, let's be civil. We can be too harsh. You know, what our choice of words, you know, we need to calm down. We can always use our dictions, you know, to soften the tool. Let us not be too harsh, you know.
Okay,
so
I'm not done.
Yeah,
I'm still on the floor.
Yeah, so I wouldn't want to say this again, and I hope it goes also to the presidential candidate. We have to be moderate. We have to be decorous here. Let's be civil. Yeah, like I said earlier, this debate will be over, and we will be all in 5 years. You know, that's just one. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, so I was saying, she was asked to pay a $20 entrance fee, which she never did and cause chaos for our program that night. She mentioned that President Zay didn't choose me to be his next president, which of course I will stay here today and tell you guys it was a big black lie.
You get 55 seconds.
Ebenezer Zay, my president, reached out to me and told me that he wanted me to go as the next president, which of course I declined, and gave me a reason why I cannot go as the president. So that when my president, incoming president, Chris Sampson, came in the picture. So I want to make it clear to the General Assembly that I was given the first preference to become the president for this community. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah.
Okay, so let me address.
And that will be the final round.
Oh yeah, sure. I want to make it clear here. I heard her saying that I refuse to pay $20, just a $20 to enter. I want to mark that as a lie because I respect my character. The incident she's talking about, it was taken to the area and the board of directors, and they extended apologies to us, me and Precious, for the way they behaved to the gate. So this is what happened. When we enter Precious pay to the ULA account, I want everybody to pay attention here. They said we should pay to the ULA account. So Precious was said, no, I'm going to pay for the both of us with the cash app. You understand? They have other cash app numbers there that we didn't know. So we asked for the cash app. And they said the ULA cash app because she already had it. So she paid $40 to us.
You get one?
For us, yeah. She paid $40 for us to enter. When we got there, the lady at the gate said we have not paid. Precious showed the phone to her and said, I have paid for the both of us. And our boy was there. He the one came to calm down every situation that night. So they were making us to look that we are stealing from the organization and were defending our character. So she had a phone like this and Say came down to acknowledge that we paid the money. So I want to make that clear that I've never invaded any entry to ULA program here. Thank you.
Yeah, so one question. Yeah.
You want the Liberian people to vote for you as the next vice president for ULA. You were given a piece of job. You had an organization called the Nima Daughters, which of course you never did keep it active. Because of poor leadership, the organization collapsed. But now, you come into the Liberian people wanting us to give you our vote, to vote for you as the vice president for the Liberian community, why you cannot even keep a women organization. Why do you think we should vote for you?
So first of all, you are giving the people misleading information. My organization is not called Dr. Nima. We are called the Daughters of the Mountain. We reside in Liberia. The overseas organization, the overseer in this country, they are only there for fundraiser. Most of our job is done in Liberia with the women organization and children, even abused or victim of sexual abuse. The records are there. In my childhood now, we are over 52 persons in the organization. For my own confidentiality, I'm not going to raise the name, but those are the people that I lead. So there's no time in this community. I work as a Daughter of the Mountain CEO. My work is in Liberia. Our phone is for America. I want to make that clear. And I come with so much commitment to this job. My experience in the NGO setting, project management, this is where I'm allowed to work as a vice president, under my president, so I will be able to help him lead the community forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And of course, let's give a hand of applause.
page in the city microphone. If you are following us, this is Blue Shot TV.
Let's listen to the vice president candidate. 1 minute each for their closing statement. Then we go directly on to the president. You get 1 minute exactly, 60 seconds. Okay, it starts now. Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, maybe I'm going to put them more.
I want to take this time to appreciate our debate team and our presidential candidate and the General Assembly here tonight. All questions were relevant. We want to assure you that at the end of the day, unity is what matters in this community. I don't move anything against anybody at this point. I want the community to move forward. Give us the opportunity as you are listening to me and my mate on the platform today. You are left with a decision to make on June 6th. Thank you so much for affording me the opportunity to answer your debate question. Thank you.
You get 60 seconds.
Thank you. I want to take this time to say a big thank you to the moderator, the General Assembly, and well-wisher, those that are watching online. Thank you for the time being here. I want to use the time to tell the Liberian people for you to vote wisely. Do not vote because of personal interest. Vote for somebody that you think can be able to serve you, can be able to develop for the community. Vote wisely. Vote for somebody that will be there for you. Not fully willing to have the title of being the vice president. And whenever you call upon them, they will be there to deliver for the community. Thank you.
So thank you so much. And before we move on to the next round, that's the presidential debate, we will go directly to Nesta. And Nesta will be reading for us the guidelines for the election. Nesta? Yeah. Let's go over the guidelines and let's go directly to the president. Yeah. So listen to the guidelines again just before we move on to the presidential debate. Next. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you so much. So the purpose of this debate is ULIF presidential and general election debate. It's established to provide candidates with a fair and equal platform.
Mr. Moderator, we got a problem. We have to solve the problem. ULIF is a registered organization and it's a member-based organization. If you are not a registered member, at Casco, you cannot go there to buy. If you are not a registered member of ULAND, you should not be here to ask questions. I agree.
will get ready. You will get ready. You gotta get a long range.
Hello. So first and foremost, I want to just recognize the two vice presidential candidates, Madam Norm and Madam Nesca. So all of these questionnaires, all of these pulling and holding we're doing, we got to keep all of this energy up for June 6th. So what we're doing here right now is just showcasing what we intend to do for the next amount of years that we're going to serve in these capacities. But again, I want to say everybody concerned is meaningful, and that's the reason why we are here today. We're not here because we choose to just come here and just cause chaos or anything. So nobody has done that. I just want to just, lay that across. But while we bring on our two, the reason why we are here today, because of these two reputable personalities within our community. And we're going to listen to them. The only ways that we can understand what they intend to do for the next amount of years that are going to lead us is for us to be able to pay keen attention, because we will be giving you guys the opportunity to ask them questions. So we will be able to rectify some of the mistakes that occurred within the vice presidency over to the presidential debate. The vice presidential debate, there were a lot of lapses, but we're not going to have this over into this. It's one of the rectifications we have to make. So we ask you to please govern yourself, because this one is the most important part. I know a lot of times we say we got a little adage, or we got a little things that went back and saying that the vice presidential candidate, they are all packed cards. Or in this administration, we heard them saying that there would be more things become what we expected to be. So we heard jingles from the vice presidential candidates, and we're going to be asking and giving these questions over to them, making sure that we got this going. So again, I want to take each and every one of you, please, no one look down on any one of you. We all know that things happen. But I know we're on a clean pitch right now, we're going to move forward. So to begin with, the purpose of this debate, Union Presidential and General Election Debate is established to provide candidates with a fair and equal platform to present the vision, policy, and leadership agenda. Promote transparency, accountability, and informed decision-making among ULAN members. Ensure, so these are the bullet points under the purpose of the debate. Ensure respect, structured, and issue-focused exchange consistent with our ULAN's democratic values. Eligibility to participate. So I think they have already been eligible and confirmed by the board, so we're not going to talk about eligibility. Debate structure. The debate will follow a structured, time-managed format to ensure fairness and clarity. So each candidate will be given 3 minutes for an opening statement. Order an opening statement will be determined by a random draw conducted by the commission and moderators. The debate will consist of 2 major questions categories. Organizational questions. Each ULAN recognized organization may submit 1 question. The Election Commission will ensure relevance to ULAN governance, neutrality and fairness, no personal attacks. Again, I repeat, I will underline that. No personal attacks and targeted questions. Meaning, in our Liberian pattern, please don't attack the man when you did outside there or anything. It has nothing to do with ULAN. So the best place that you can carry all of your heavy weight is June 6th. All right? So we will be very rigid on that. If you ask a question, we'll interrupt your questions based on the way we want them to be fair in governance with the rules and regulations. So as I said, if you know X, Y, Z, yeah, there's something that is criminal, or whatever it is, please take it to June 6th. We're not talking really night tonight. General Assembly question. From the General Assembly floor, the Commission will select few questions. Questions from the male members, questions from the female members. That tells you the difference with what we did with the vice presidency debate. Question must be respectful, issue-based, directed to all candidates equally. Candidate respond format. Each candidate will have 2 minutes to respond to each question. A minute rebuttal may be granted to the moderator's discretion when appropriated. Timekeeping will be strictly enforced. I know there was other question about time not being kept and all of that, but I want you guys to know that we are regulating our time based on what we got on our table. Closing statement. Each candidate will have 3 minutes for the closing statement. Closing statement will follow the reverse order of opening statement. Conduct in decorum. All participants must maintain professionalism and respect. Candidate conduct. Refrain from personal attacks, insults, inflammatory language. Address issue, policy, and organizational matters only. Respect time limits and moderate instructions. Audience conduct. Audience members must remain quiet. And again, audience must remain quiet. During candidate responses, avoid sharing, booing, and disruptions. Submit questions only through approved channels. Violation may result to removal from the venue. I don't think I want that to happen to anybody. But if that need arises, we'll have to implement that. Moderate authority. The election commission will appoint qualified moderators. I think you already got that point. So to not go any further and take all your time, I want to go back to the moderator who's going to be supervising this. And again, welcome to this debate. And I wish you guys the best.
Yes, so thank you so much. We are now at the sweetest part of the egg. We are into the yolk, precisely. So, with no time to waste, you listen to Nestor as he read the guidelines there concerning the debate. You know, this is the biggest part, trust me. And this is exactly what we all, somehow anticipated. The guys will be fine-tuning their blueprint, and based on what they're going to say, you'll be going to the polls on June 6th, and you'll be making that resound decision. Who becomes the next president of the Liberian community out here in North Dakota. And of course, like I said in my opening statement, many of our colleagues who were around, dead and gone, wherever they are today, they may feel very elated, they may feel very blissful that, hey, we are not around, but there are guys on the ground who are doing those things to ensure that we have a good and a better environment, not only for themselves, for our children, for our posterity, so that we try to make ourselves an envy of other immigrant community out here in North Dakota and across the U.S. Right now, the presidential debate, ULEN 2026, 3 minutes each to each of the contestants, beginning with Chris. Chris, you get 3 minutes. Tell us what you're
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of Uland. Thanks to the ECOM and the moderators for hosting this event. And I'm thankful to you all for coming out tonight. First of all, I must say thank you to God for giving me the opportunity to talk to you tonight. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Chris Sampson. I'm Christian Sampson. I've been honored to serve this community since I moved here in 2016. I'm happily married to my lovely wife, Phyllis Dennis Sampson, and we share 3 kids together. It is my honor to be here tonight. First of all, I serve the Liberian community going back to Williston, North Dakota. I'm a founding member of the Liberian Association of the Bakken. That's the equal group of ULAN in Williston. We formed our organization and put Liberians together and fought for Liberian needs while we were in the oil field. When I came to Fargo, I did not stop there. 2017, after the election of Sewara Kennedy, I was appointed as his inauguration committee chair. And I offered an inauguration into Fargo Moore area that one of the biggest inauguration here ever. We had 2 sitting mayors in the hall, and we have a supporter from Minnesota and all around the area. I know our community is faced with a lot of challenges. And as we can see in the room tonight, a lot of people are disgruntled, a lot of people are lost trust in leadership, and a lot of people are concerned about accountability and transparency. But I can show you, this is what Team Sampson Mega is bringing to the table. Accountability and transparency will be key. Inclusiveness will be key. Our youth will be empowered. Our women will be empowered. I'm currently serving as the liaison of the Liberian community. I've bridged the gap between the community and police departments, school districts, child protective services, and you name it. When elected president, I intend to work and improve on these events, improve on all these gains we have made. So as you vote and you listen to us tonight, vote wisely. Vote for us. We're going to serve this community. Even when it's difficult, we'll still be there. Thank you, and vote for come June 6th. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And just in time, we move on to the next candidate. Alex, it's all yours.
All right, thank you so much. And again, I want to welcome everybody here. I try to prepare my opening conversation, and it's very important to my heart. So good evening, elders. My name is Alex Steer, a community leader. And I want to thank you all for being here tonight. Your presence proves how deeply you care about the future of our community. I stand before you tonight not out of a desire for a title, but out of a profound duty to serve. My journey in this community began in 2014 when I moved to Fargo area a year after graduating from college in the state of Georgia. But my deepest introduction to this community didn't happen in the office. It happened at home. When I moved here, I was fortunate enough to be in the same apartment with a single mother, and that's my own sister, Agnes. As a single mother, I watched her strive every single day. And me coming from the heat of Georgia, the North Dakota weather was a shock to my system. And I must admit, the severe cold completely resisted me. But I watched my sister brave the brutal weather, putting my nephew Jerry, who is now a Prague College graduate, on the school bus. Then she would get a taxi to take her 2 girls, Geraldine and Benedetta, to a babysitter by way of taxi. She never had a car. And I felt bad. I felt the pain for a single mother. I share this story because it was my very first experience witnessing what so many in our community, especially single mothers, go through just to give their children a future. Over the years, I have also witnessed our struggling elders who face daunting barriers just trying to fill out applications. These challenges are real. They are right in front of us. Leadership is exactly what our people is yearning for. This is our motivation. This is what inspired me to see us build on 3 unbreakable pillars: progress, accountability, and unity. When I talk about progress, I mean moving past the passive business as usual mindset. For our youth, vibrant culture platforms and real support structures for our families and single parents. When I talk about accountability, I mean tearing down the walls of closed-door leadership. Trust is earned, not assumed. Under my presidency, working alongside our dedicated leadership team, we will open the book, establish a strict financial checks and balance, and make sure we open our community to everyone, irrespective of who you are. Thank you.
So when we say we want maybe 4 or 5 minutes, let's try to work in the time, We really do not want, the privileges or errors practically we made, maybe to the presidential device, we don't want to continue that. Let's work in the time and let's work in the time. So thank you to both of the we'll be moving on to moderators there to be shooting and spraying some questions, telling us exactly, what is it that they have in mind to run and move this community forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much. After you guys finish deliberating all of your exposés and clearly telling us what your intents are with this community, just quickly, it goes to Alex Tier, Honorable Alex Tier. What can we expect within the next 100 days within your presidency?
And that's a good question. First is that, like I stated in all of my campaign, this name ULAND has been damaged by this past leadership. And it's good that we are getting it out of the way. In my first 100 days, I'll make sure I regularize ULAND status, go above and beyond. What they are lacking is to provide the financial report that they are afraid to provide. We will squeeze them and provide that report and get things straightened, and then bring in unity and bring everybody on board. So my first 100 days will be structuring ULAND and making sure that we get our status back.
So are you telling this body that there will be a place that will be able to get a guarantee that within your next 100 days, all of these that you mentioned will be implemented, correct?
Exactly.
To Mr. Sampson, the same question goes to you. In the next 90 days, what are your 90 days will look like?
Well,
100 days, rather, I'm sorry.
This gentleman is saying he's going to achieve all these things in 100 days. He couldn't achieve one in 5 years. He stayed away from the community. He just came back to be rewarded the presidency. Well, let me continue. In my first 100 days.
It's not personal. It's not personal.
Excuse me. Hello.
Let's come down. We have 2 minutes.
Hello
there. They got 2 minutes.
Hello.
James.
Right, excuse me. Quickly. This is what I'm talking about. If a candidate, we're going to determine that based on the responses of the audience. So if a candidate is speaking and we get a rebuttal boost, you are taking time of your candidate. And I want you to be, we want to be very rigid and adamant all the time. Time is very key to this. So I will ask, and again, we read out the guidelines to this debate.
Right.
This is very, 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 very important. And I will beg you, let's listen to them. And I said, either one of them on June 6th will be elected and they're going to be an area of this community. I don't want you leaving from here tomorrow and say, I regret. So there's the moment. So allow them to be able to give you what will determine your vote for them. Thank you.
And so please, you have the next 1 minute, 35 seconds. Yeah. 1 minute, 35 seconds.
Yeah, so in my first 100 days, we're going to improve on the work we've been doing here night and day in this community. Community engagement, bridging the gap between the local government and ULAN, giving the police ideas and explaining our culture to them so they treat our people with respect and dignity when they encounter them. One thing we're going to do, especially we're going to have a website for ULAN. This 2026, ULAN don't have a website. In my first 100 days, we have a website that's up and functioning. We're going to have a 501c rebranded ULAN, transparent. We have a committee set up to go about setting up that 501c, and we'll keep the General Assembly involved. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So
moderator, can I get a reporter? I think I will mention something.
So yeah, so we will give you 5 seconds of reporting.
So folks, I think you can see a lot of the disconnect here. Mr. Sampson is telling me why I do 25 years if I was never around you as a leader. So how am I supposed to jump over your responsibility and go and get a 501c3 or regular route status for ULAN when I was never a leader in the community? So I can see the disconnect in them already.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So my question is twofold. So my second question to you is going to start directly with you, Mr. Sampson. What inspired you to run to becoming ULAN president? What inspires you?
The community, the people we've helped, the gains we have made, the opportunities we have in this community. That's why it inspired me to run for this. I've been around in different factors of this community. I've seen us as the immigrant community have been marginalized in certain areas. We have bridged that gap to a certain level, and we will continue to bridge that gap. We cannot put all the hard work and people come from outside who don't even know the function of ULAN and want to take leadership. And in my opinion, that's not how it works. So with the gains that the state administration made, we're going to keep working and improving it. I say I'm proud of everything they have done that have made this organization attractive that Mr. Tia and I can stand up and say you want to be part of it and become president. Thank you.
Yes, so this is also to you, what we have inspired you to, what is that pushing factor?
Yeah, I already understand the question. So let's get it straight. Mr. Sampson is telling me that I'm new to ULAN when he met me already in ULAN. So I don't know why, there's a lot of disconnect, but I'll get to the question. In my introduction, I talked about things that I've witnessed, what single mothers go through, young people go through, and what other people go through. These are things since 2014 that I've been around, that the community tried to do and they cannot do. So that has inspired me as a young man. When I moved here, I didn't have grade, now I have grade. But over the years, that has inspired me to make sure that I can come and fix what I need to fix. Like I said, I'm from the state of Georgia, and the Liberian community is very, very meticulous. They don't joke with it. The presence of Mr. P is here, who they mentor us. So all of them are here, that's why we brought on board so that we can make sure and change things over here that Dave and Phil. Chris has been in about a decade and no success in everything that he have done. So that's why we are coming on board, because they cannot fix it and we will be the one fixing it for them. Thank you.
sure that the candidates will be able to listen to the question. Please.
What's the estimated amount, like membership? How many people we have registered? Can't hear me? I said the current membership, how many members do we have currently in Uland?
And the question goes to
The
Chris.
current,
Well, that's one of the issues that we plan to rectify come administration. We intend to have a membership drive and create a database for the librarians present in the state of North Dakota. We want to start with Fargo-Moorhead first and then reach out to the Leeward counties. Currently, we're in the thousands, but I can't exactly tell you how much because that information is not available right now.
so what make you, no, he's not answering because he's in the current administration and he's just a member. So, yes. So his question goes to the both of them now. What makes you different from the other presidents that we had? What makes you different? What do you bring to the table? What makes you different?
Well, I'm bringing vision. I'm bringing transparent leadership. I'm bringing inclusiveness to this community. We're going to diversify Uland. Our accounting going to be digitalized. When we negotiate for grants, loans, it's going to be open to the general public. And we're not going to leave room for any gray areas, so people will be asking how much we got here and how much we got there. I'm not going to bash the past administration had on the challenges. I'm just going to improve on the good things they left behind. Like right now, the administration of Benita say have brought us into prominence in the state, and we're going to keep moving towards that direction. We have been offered to have a representative in Bismarck when they're doing deliberations in Congress, so we can have our voice heard. Those are some of the things we're going to improve on and bring other programs that we have our youth and single moms and elderly. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
And Alex, what makes you different from the other candidate?
It's very easy.
And what are you bringing?
What I'm bringing to the table is accountability. People will be held liable for misuse of human, clear cut. Secondly, I'm coming from the background of a project manager. I'm someone who have had a lot of projects with success. I'm coming with that mindset, good leadership, and then coming with a lot of unity. So when he spoke, all of this vision that he's talking about, I really wish it was in existence for the decade he has served Uland. But unfortunately, on campaign, that's why we hear all of the sweet talks, and after that, they go back to scratch one. So what I want to tell the community, you will get someone that you trust, someone that will be open to you, someone that will plan together with you, and someone that will execute the plan with you. There will be nothing hidden like they are doing. Thank you. And just to have the consensus, you don't know the population, but according to the population, the total amount of librarians in the place are in North Dakota is about 3,334. That of 2025.
So if I said member, you plan like. Yes.
What population? Okay, so the debate continues here and we move on.
You say he has a rebuttal. Okay. About the numbers. Yeah. Okay.
You get 10 seconds, please.
Yes.
Mr. Taylor is articulating all these great ideas. But when he lost the election in 2018, he walked away from Uland. He never recommended anything to the past administration, to the current, no recommendation, no suggestion. He just turned it back and decided to return 2 months ago for the presidency. So, Abraham Popo, you can be the judge.
And let me put you on the record, that's what. I worked with Harrison Smith for the transitional period. I served as one of his consultant up to a year, and they are left after they start bringing their hyenas. They are capturing the community back. So I just want to put you on the record. I did not leave.
Thank you so much. And when you see how I mean, usually the problem is accountability, transparency, money matters. How do we intend to manage taxpayers' money? How do we intend to do that? Chris?
That's a bedrock of my administration, accountability and transparency. I'm going to form a four-man team that will be in charge of monitoring our finances and our fiscal responsibility. This full team is going to be independent. They're going to come from community leaders, going to head that team. They will have no allegiance to me. They're going to be independent, and they're going to be charged to oversee the finances of ULAN and monitor the treasurer, financial secretary, and all our transactions. That's how we're going to create transparency. And to further that, we're going to digitize the entire financial system of ULAN. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Yes, go ahead.
Okay, as someone from the financial background, you know, there's something we call radical financial transparency. So what that means is our open ledger. And what it is that we'll make sure that not just one person is approving financial transactions. And we'll make sure we are open something that they are having. As far as being electronic, you already get your electronic transaction going on because they get cash app and they get unknown bank account. But this time around, we will have our own bank account in ULAN, and we'll make sure that. That's why when I picked my financial secretary, I did it with conviction. I did not ask anyone. I interviewed my financial secretary, who is an expert, who worked with the IRS also. And that's why after that, we'll make a great financial secretary working along with me, who also understands finance. So we'll be open, quarterly report every time. And the community can trust me on that.
Yeah, thank you so much. And audience, in our midst, we have with us Director Stephen Pay, and Director Pay happens to be the administrator of the Bureau of Probation and Parole, the Ministry of Justice, Republic of Liberia. He was appointed by President Joseph Ewan Boakai last year, that's 2025, and we just want to recognize him. The time will come when he will come on to talk. a lot of people here. Also, grace in this occasion, we have Nigeria's ambassador to South Africa, and Ambassador George Patton. You are here, but you can stand and let's hear. And we hope, we can be able to give him 1 or 2 minutes where he can be able to talk, the issue of xenophobia, right? Yeah, maybe he can be able to talk about that. Also in the hall, we have a Liberian who is vying for the position of Senate Mayor here, right out here in Fargo, North Dakota. It's Pastor S.G. Salim. More questions out here?
My question is Alex.
Question to Alex. So we have a question.
What program will you support or create for youth and family?
So the youth are very important, and I work with them most of the time. Working with the youth is understanding their needs. You have to have conversation with them. What are things that are affecting them? And when you get in the community, some of the things that are affecting the youth, they need people. We'll make sure we catalog all these soccer teams on the U-Link. In other words, they have their individual organization, but there will be catalog on the U-Link that we can find funding for them, because every summer we see that they buy their own shoes, their own jerseys, and all the things. We want to make sure and find funding for them under the recreational and sport grant, so that we can be able to help them. So these are things that we want to work with the youth on for U-Link.
Is it going to be only football or basketball? Because a lot of kids in basketball.
Yeah, I talk about sport and recreation. I mentioned talk about basketball, kickball, track, all the other things. So based on the needs of them, that we can work with them and see how we can find funding for them on as far as on the grant.
Thank you. And we love the smoothness of edges here. Moving on smoothly, and this is exactly what we want. Grace Stravas.
Thank you.
I'm already engaged in youth development in this community. Been engaged for the last 3 years. What we did, we secured a gymnasium in Moorhead through the Good Shepherd Lutheran Church. And they've given out that gym for the last 3 years that our youth and our adults can go and play on the weekend. And we still have that gym presently. That was through our initiatives. We believe in keeping our kids busy. I've recommended to past administrations to have a soccer camp since our favorite pastimes in the community for our kids, especially in the summer when these single moms and parents have to go to work. So we'll be able to keep the kids and get them introduced to soccer and keep them off the streets. So we want to work on more programs. I'm teaming up with the police department of Moorhead and Fargo to be up, so our youth will be a part of the police league, and that is in the making. And we're going to bring other educational events that will keep our kids engaged and keep them out of trouble. Thank you.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, sorry. I hear you guys keep talking about sports and this, and it sounds like you're just emphasizing on the boys. What do you guys have for the girls? What do you have for the little girls there? Because they're not playing soccer, I know that.
I think I did mention about that because there are a lot of different sports. In America, they do have some people that play soccer, but others do basketball and all of that, right? So it's not only about soccer that I'm talking about. I'm talking about all sports and other recreational activities. It can be, everything have to be sport, right? There are other recreational activities that we also engage into. And there's another thing that I just want to play a quick notice that Chris talked about. For the youth, we got a basketball court where that's for the old timer basketball team. Let us start misleading the people. Let us say the truth. That's the old timer basketball team get their practice ground. It's not for the youth. So please.
Well, Mr. Chess, it's not something you're going to know because you're not involved in the community, so you're not going to know why. We engage that gym for all ages, not just for the old timer. The young people were welcome to practice too. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And
thank you. First question to you is, if you observe now in the Liberian community, and the gun violence that we experience every week, every month in this community, any of you, if you don't wait, what could be the strategy that you guys will put in place for some of our brothers and sisters who are more extreme or involved into these activities that can handle that to solve the problem mechanism? Go ahead.
the issue of gun violence.
Great. So I guess I'll go ahead. Since I'm the liaison for the community, I work with the police department and other things that concern kids. The issue of the gun violence here last summer was isolated. This is not a continuous trend in our community. It was isolated incident. When it occurred, we met with the parents. We met with the parents and we got the explanation of what was going on with the kids that shot each other. It's not something consistent in Fargo in our community. We even went to the police after they did the investigation too. That were their findings. Most of the kids that shot each other knew each other, had rift with each other. Now, where do we come in? We got a program in association with Fargo PD that's supposed to help keep our kids from the system. But that program needs the help of the parents. And we called a community meeting of parents that was to get it move on a different level. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so it's good that the liaison did mention something about that, right? But how many times in the community have we seen this liaison work with the Fargo Police Department, having a one-on-one police conversation with the community? Every time it happens, they only go and take picture and come back. But I think the way to go forward is having conversation with the young people, and at the same time, and that's what my leadership will do, have a community policing where we can sometimes invite the police and come and say to other explain some of the common mistakes that we made on the rules and how troubles are made. So when we do that, it gives people the sense of understanding that when you do this, at least that the police talk, when you do this, this is what's going to happen to you. And that's why some of the things that they put the liaison in charge for. But he I feel miserably on that. The only thing we know him to do is to go and take picture. This time around we'll have a liaison that will work with the police and we'll have conferences that will have with people in our community. Thank you.
So again, audience, I mean those in the hall, right out here, it's important to ring bell and hammer down so high, on individuals we have here as special guests. We have our own, one of our very own, Pastor S.T. Salim, will be going for the position of city mayor, and we need to support him. Also in the hall, Dr. Stephen Payne, Administrator of the Bureau of Probation, the Parole, Ministry of Justice is in the hall with us, and Dr. Payne has a PhD in criminal justice. Also in the hall tonight, we have a U.S. Ambassador to South Africa, Ambassador George S.W. Patton. Yeah, DJ, track. That is also tough. Go up, come down. I will want to get past that. So We'll have a loser, and we will also have a winner. It is you who's going to make that decision on June 6th. Who becomes president out here for Julian, and who becomes vice president out here. Everybody.
So yeah, 10 seconds. Concerning Mr. TSC, I only go to take pictures. Well, one of our problems here, we don't attend meetings. Our community, we don't show up for meetings. And we are, the first thing after the gun violence, we call a meeting, an online meeting for the parents. We didn't get anybody online. We are scheduled town halls with the police, but we don't want to bring a town hall and 5 persons show up to the town hall, only the leaders show up. So I'm planning a membership drive where we invite the police to come and speak to our community. But while we're doing the back, we're speaking to cadets classes. If you dive in July 20, I will be speaking to the 5th cadet class in West Fargo Police, explaining our culture and how the police are. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, let me see if I can be able to relate to the man out here. How will you ensure that every organization within the community is a part of being represented? I mean, I'm here to fight. Yeah,
thank you so much. And that was one of the things that tried to assist the state leadership with. When Chris is saying that I was here around, that's not true. But it's just that we have a president who does not want to listen to anybody. But I informed me, I said, Mr. President, as somebody who is around all of the organizations that you all know, not just serving as a master of ceremonies, but I'm into the organization. They have the passion for the community. Best way to have them is that they should be on your planning team. Have them on your planning team. Once you have them on your planning team, you move on smoothly. Something say, what he continue with, I don't know. But that's something I want to do. I want to make sure that every organization here in the North Dakota area, they are on my planning team so that we can plan together, make decisions together.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So I guess my opponent here being looking at my platform, and it's very attractive to him because one of the bases of a platform is a stronger community through inclusiveness and togetherness. And that's why he just me explaining that point for me. But I will elaborate a little bit more. I'm going to include, I'm going to have a panel, as I said over and over. I've even spoken to some of the local leaders. Every one of them will be represented on that pattern. We'll make decisions together, we'll win together, we'll lose together this community going forward. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Hello. Thank you. So, we have heard all of the inclusivity, the togetherness, what you intend to do. But let's look at the community vision and the safety within our infrastructure. Today, Ulen does not have an office space. Today, Ulen doesn't have a place to call a home. But we've been in existence over a decade. But all of you sit and nobody wanting to speak on this vision and community, but we all talk about what we intend to do. So the question goes to the both of you. What role in this community leadership will play in preventing domestic violence? That came from the community safety, so it's twofold, right? And on the infrastructure, what are you putting in place? What appetite are you putting in place at this point? Now when you get there, because when I ask you for your 100 days, no one mentioned that. So it has to do with your 100 days. What are you doing? That will be very exclusive for this current administration, because the both of you are coming in as candidates that haven't served in that capacity. So again, you're not debating the equipment, but instead you are going in as someone to make the change, as you are proclaimed. So with the community vision and the community safety infrastructure, can you just be able to touch on all two of them? Just
question in twofold. So it's start with you, Chris.
Oh, thank you. Let me start with the domestic violence. That's where this mentoring come about. That's why they got this program in Fargo PD to help people with issues like this. But realistically, we hear about domestic violence after it has occurred, even in the police, and we react to it. If people come forward and speak to us, we refer them to our pastoral board. Let me get clear something. The pastoral council in this community is a part of ULAND leadership. Our grievance committee chairman is Bishop Wilson, which is one of the biggest churches here. He's the grievance committee chairman. So when we're having the issue, domestic, people having family issue, we try to reach out to the pastors to intervene, confidentially, so we don't expose people's family issue. So we're still working on that. We're going to set up a panel, male and female, that will be able to oversee these issues. But don't forget, if you're experiencing domestic violence in your home, in your relationship, you got to tell us to help you. We can't guess. And it's private. You can't interfere into your private life. So when you experiencing anything like that, you got to let us know. Infrastructure-wise, 2017, I was serving as acting financial secretary, and we tried to acquire a building, the old Champion Temple building. ULAND did not have the money for that, and the former president put some money down with the hope that he would hold the building until ULAND was able to get a loan. That didn't happen, and he left office a year later, and the same 513C that we acquired was used by the Smith administration, and it our ability to acquire a loan. But we'll still be working on it. As we resolve the ULAND 513C issue, we'll be able to look for a hall again and somewhere for our people to call home. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. The same question to Alex.
Yeah, so domestic violence is something that even the great state of America struggle with, and part of what they are trying to do is that open awareness, because people need awareness, not just calling police. Some people need awareness, some people need people to talk to. So, and then they need a confidentiality, because people don't want to open up to other people, because as soon as your business go there, they spread out. So part of our leadership structure within the leadership structure, the women wing want to make sure we have counselors in our area so that they can work with people that are going through that. Even men also can go through that. So we get people working in our area that are strictly ethical to handle these kind of cases, and not just calling police for people, because there are a lot of people going through. And then just to talk about, I think you talked about office, right? The question, we talk about office or something, or you are just passing?
So let's look at it from a holistic side of it, approach of it, man. So community hall for us.
Okay.
Other nationalities in the community have accomplished that. So what lacking and what administration will be able to do to get our door open?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. For me, I don't just want a community hall. I want a community center. There's a difference between a hall and a center, because the center will have a lot of different things that we can do. We can get room for back to school program, the study class, we can get area for conflict resolution, we can get offices, we can get a whole lot of different things plus the hall. So my conversation, and then someone who have worked with my church, as a chief financial officer until we bought our building, I know the way. I know the way to get there. So under my leadership, there's one thing that I will keep fighting for until I leave my presidency will be that we can obtain our own community center.
Thank you so much. So if you came here as an undecided voter, partly still thinking where to put that ballot, tonight is your day. Yes, listening to these individuals, definitely be able to make informed decision. More questions there. Chris? And then Chris is Chris Sally. We get two Chris here anyway.
Thank you to the both candidates. I asked the same question to
Hello?
I was thinking to involve President candidates, and I'm coming back to you guys. We are from Liberia. What kind of mechanism you guys are going to put in place to promote the Liberian culture? What kind of challenges the party will face that you feel that will take hold to better the administration? Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. As far as the corporate part of it, usually we put it on July 26th, and then we have a program. I'm in consultation with a lot of other people to see how this. You know, the postal I had a cultural festival. It was actually for Liberia. And then they told the presidency, and the presidency sold it to somebody, and the government picked it up. They continue with it. But this time around, we have some program to the cultural, we can do our Taste of Africa or Taste of Africa. We can do it at a good place where we have other people to come there. We have cultural performances. So these are things that we are thinking about, that we have conversation about, and all of that. And just to add on to that, as we speak, I'm the only person on the Manatee is the only thing that already have their campaign at the office already. So imagine if I'm running my campaign have an office. What more if I'm president of UNED? We will have our own office, our address will not go to somebody's personal apartment. They will get an office space for us to be able to send our information over there for protection.
Thank you.
We will incorporate our culture into our schools. The schools that our kids go to, they have a cultural program that we don't really follow. I've been a couple of them overnight. Well, I represent them, most of the parents, overnight, wherever not too involved. But that's one way to spread the culture in the school that our kids go to. And then our programs, the July 4th program, the cultural festival downtown Fargo, and our flag day weekend, those are days that we can sell our culture to more communities around here. So, as I said, with a community of inclusiveness, we got a lot of people here with a lot of skills. People here know a lot about our culture, our diverse culture here. We're going to work together and find and have a Liberian culture there. We're going to exhibit our food, we're going to exhibit our tradition, and all that kind of stuff to the population of Fargo, so they know that we're here. Just a few. Did you mention all of this? Well, I'm not going to speak about failure.
Can I get a quick report?
10 seconds?
Yeah. It's kind of challenging for him to actually explain about their failures. But their failure is everything that we are planning here today. Because they had 6 good years. And they couldn't maintain the 513, they couldn't maintain the state election. They wanted the easier thing to do. Now you're making another promise that we will. This time around, we're retiring people and bringing new form of leadership that is progressive, open, and accountable to the community.
Okay, so we want to open it up to you now. In the audience, coming to you. And we don't want it to be, that interaction. They decide how to want to answer the question. Yeah, so a brother behind you there.
No.
Go ahead. Dealing with the audience now. Go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Wisa.
All right, thank you for giving me the opportunity. My question goes to Mr. Tier. Mr. Tier, and I can understand why you are lost completely. And the reason you are lost when it comes to ULEN because you come for elections. After election, you lost the elections, and you go your own separate way. I said this, and I have evidence to that. Honest, you can choose to answer what I entitled my minutes. Whether I want me if I want me, you better choose to answer my question, a statement or not.
Yeah.
All right, so. All right. So, honor city administration, you were appointed to head the social department. We were appointed in our Secretary General for the Administration and I issue your appointment letter signed by the President. You refuse to serve in that position. And we fire you, we dismiss you. And I do have the 2 envelopes in my pocket, I brought that letter. And after this debate, I will shut up on that letter to attest to your performance in the community. So, there's the 2 envelopes I brought with approval dismissal letter. What about it? So, Mr. Tier, after June 6th, we have a blow, please. Will you be able to accept, or will you be willing to accept a position under our administration, Grace administration?
First of all, I think we need to be true to ourselves. And Mr. Wisa, I respect you so much for you to stand up here and lie in both face with everybody. I have never, ever. Matter of fact, say that you were appointed myself because I'm a critic of what's said. So I don't want you to lie that you sent me a letter, my brother. Stop. I was never ever appointed anywhere here to save leadership. Even the Harrison Smith that I even supported after leadership, they not even appoint me. I was only consulting. So that information is false. Secondly, I'm always available to contribute towards my community. I may not take position or I may decide to take position, but I'm waiting at any time for any consultancy, for any conversation to help the community move forward. So please, retract your statement. You know, saying do it.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm Dean Adolphus Presby's Lodge, the current president of the Unico North Dakota chapter. I'm here to ask at least 1 or 2 questions of the candidates. My first question is, although they were trying to explain but not too clear to me, what will be the activities of the local organization to help your government? I'm asking them, I'm emphasizing on this because I believe that the local government are being the organization, the local being organization, a Liberian community organization. What will be a plan for the organization? Because all the past money, this one government, let me say this, I find that sometimes the local community-based organization will not fully involved in the biggest organization which is ULEN. So what will be a plan for them? And the last question is to myself. What is the status right now for the organization, ULEN organization, bank account. How much do you have there?
Thank you, congratulations on your new title, Mr. President. I will answer the last question first concerning ULEN's bank account. The treasurer, ULEN's treasurer is right here, see that somewhere. He will be able to tell you what's in the bank account. I don't have access to ULEN's bank account. I do not see it, I do not transact in there, I don't know what's in there. Okay? So we'll come to the local group. If you were here earlier, I told you my government will be a government inclusiveness. It include people like you as a leader of a big organization like UNICO. You will form part of that panel. Whatever panel that is organized to conduct certain areas of our community, everybody will be part of it. Because the only way we can build a strong ULEN is to get support from all the local organizations. So we'll be counting on you guys, we'll be open for that, and you're welcome to go with suggestions and criticism, anything that will move the community forward. Thank you.
Alex? Yeah, Adolfo, it was good that you as one of the organization leaders, you know exactly that organizations were not folded into ULEN because they push everybody aside. Me, I LHC and my team, that's one thing we will make sure that every organization is heard. For me, I like criticism, so I never put it, you question me. For them, when you question them, they remove you from chat room. But we will make sure that we get every organization on our planning team to be able to plan for the community because we can't do it on our own. It's easy when you get famous to do the other one, executive do the other one, another women do the one, so it make the community, it make it easier for us to spend. And that's what we want, and it bring a lot of people. So that's what we'll be working on. For them, they don't want it, they just politics and so they're talking it. So we'll work with you.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you say you want to report time? Yeah. Okay, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Yeah.
This time Mr. Chair was speaking 5 years ago, but you're not waiting for result. You just think what are you going to see after June 6th. You probably not see it again until the next election, so be mindful.
Yeah, go ahead, my sister.
My question to both candidates. We are all agreements over here in Fargo.
Hello?
I think relax, Senna.
We are all agreements here in Fargo. I would just say the other, like basically, the landlord situation is crazy in Fargo. The community is not doing anything about it. I'm not blaming anybody. But we work, we pay our taxes and stuff. But yeah, and still, the public companies, they can come here and evict you for no reason. Sometimes your kids make noise. Sometimes the neighbor will come and lie. And they will go and take the side of that person because they are the same people. And the community, the Liberian community, they're not doing anything about it. We pay our taxes and we should be heard too. Because we work hard. We single mom. We work hard. So somebody can just come and date you in the middle of winter and you have nowhere to go.
God is great. Everybody say He has given me grace. I can say my God is great to me. He has given me grace, grace, grace. Yeah. Oh na na na. He has given me joy. Oh, I can say my God is great. He has given me joy. Oh, I can say my God is great. Let me hear you say He has given me peace of mind. Oh, I can say my God is great. Oh, na na na.
I just spoke to one of the incoming candidates for mayor, and I told her the same thing. We have Team Mahoney. We have other people. What's in it for our community? Because we got a lot of issues here, but we need people up there to push it into Congress. So we've been working on it over the years, and we continue to work for it. Even whether I'm president or not, still, well, guarantee it's on the table, and we're still pushing what we can push. We're trying to carry our voice to Bismarck. So it's an ongoing process. And let's come to the meetings when we call meetings, not just for calling meetings. We got issues that we have to talk about, and we can share ideas and see how we move forward. Thank you.
Yeah, so you asked a good question to the mayor. You talk about what happened to our community, right? You know what happened? If you are maintaining our status and not recklessly make sure that our status has been revoked, people will listen to us. If you are maintaining the integrity of our organization, people will listen to us. If you have done a sensor or you have done a member mapping to make sure to know your number in the community, people will listen to you. People are not listening to you because you nothing. You damage everything. Even state registration at $25, you damage it. So our leadership, what we're going to be doing, we got things to fix, and that's why I love to fix things. We will regularize our status, that when we have a conversation with people, they can know that we do have a status. Let us start from there, and not start pushing it. As far as the landlord situation, that's why our team will be able to find programs that can help. There are some legislation that we cannot change until it is amended by the House. It requires a lot of things. It don't just come about. It requires the people passing bills on all of that. But what we can do as a team is find the resources that can help you, that can help you regularize your status. So that's what we'll be doing. And if you report, I will report. I just want you. I won't leave, you won't report. You report, I report. Will I stop you? I will come out. Will I stop you?
No rebuttal? You learn plenty to now. I think learning plenty, but you learn to now. Where can you, my begin? Where can you learn?
You don't know now what you
Hello to everyone. Hello. My name is Harrison Quintet, president of the Bible Oil Old-Timers Schools Association of North Dakota. As a commissioner, thank you.
No, the guy give me a
I recognize leadership and Fargo should have a space that we recognize sooner than we are paying our dues by the work we do in this community. Having said that, to answer your question, I will have a question I have to respond to her.
No, you do your job. It's not your job to respond to people.
I'm not joining the audience will be noise. Yeah, we're going to know. It's all right with the state. There's nothing on the book when it comes to house authority. There's no law on the book. I talked to Josh. There's no law on the book where I can in the apartment. That's why they do not study. Chris Thompson's right. That's why they do not study. So to answer that question, there's nothing on the book. But having said that, I'm one of the pioneers in Fargo. I started from Fargo United. I coached Fargo United for the past 6 years. I coached Formosa. Currently, I'm the CEO of Fargo Soccer Academy. So that's how much I involved in Fargo. I've been through it for a while. What's the question? I have been through it for other states. I've been through it. That's my question. Hello?
my club, brother, at the mayor, and I town hall meeting.
To identify as Liberian. We have this. I just came from Minnesota. About the whole scene, I mean, the whole philosophy about adapting is in about me. So police, in order for police to come over there, they have to come to the direct person that is in charge of that fee. And we are taxpayers in the community. So that's one question. What for you guys want to do? Because I remember 2023 when I met my own, I tried to do that. What both you guys want to do for the Liberian people, not just election? Because it's been overdue. We don't have nowhere to identify as Liberian. They come up to the second will go there, we may have some other people. So what you guys want to do so that the Liberian people can have place to identify as Liberian? That's it. Yeah, beginning with. Yeah, Alex, take on.
That is a great question. It is a great question, Mr. President. I call him Mr. President because he's the president of Famosa. In the state of Georgia, the old Timothy got their soccer ground they call Royal Jordan Park. They are there throughout, no police embarrass them. Because you know what? The people have a good status. In Minnesota, they do have their park because they have a good status. Unfortunate for us, we cannot maintain our status. This leadership that is outgoing could not. So what we're going to do, we're going to work with everybody on the boat. We're going to knock doors. We're going to get to the city commission. But we want to make sure that we regularize this one status and make sure we reach out to the people so that we can get our own place for practices and other recreation activities. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, thank you. So Chris?
Concerning us having a field, Mr. Harrison here is enjoying the fruit of our labor when it comes to what police used to do here on the field. Today, we police ourselves. And it started when I was president of Famosa. I worked with Christine Jacobson. She was in charge. And I told her if I established a security team within Famosa for that same reason. I had a 20-man security team, and I presented them to the police sergeant and said, look, I got 20 men here at this our tournament. We will police the tournament. I said, you don't need a constant patrol and intimidation. And since that day, they have never come back to our tournament to harass. We have taken it. Something we started doing long time. They tell the second field where the coach has a soccer academy today. We got that established too. Even though we got alcohol in the park and everything that's not supposed to be there, but police don't come there and pass around there. I was just there with two police officers a couple of days ago and, you know, trying to get them to understand what we're doing in the park. So we got that in place already. As far as adapting a field, the statutes in Minnesota and North Dakota are different. In Minnesota, it's more liberal. You can go to City Hall. They can give you somewhere and say, okay, you're going to be used to this place and play. Fargo, everywhere in North Dakota, they got to pass through the Senate and the House. We've been to City Hall. We put that proposal to the mayor before, tons of time. And he said it has to go through the park boards. He never had no control over that. And we've still been trying, but no luck in that yet, but we'll keep pushing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. So at this time, we are going to give 2 minutes each to our special guest. We'll come under you. To our special guest, beginning with the ambassador. Ambassador? Very top. Starting from the very top and we'll come down. That man represents Liberia. George S. W. Pocket, you are welcome to this program.
Yeah, thank you. How about the one?
Give us you get 2 minutes. Yeah.
Happy after you.
This community, I'm happy to be here. But let me say something. I see great men. 2 great Liberians. There are 2 great men, 2 great Liberians who love you and love their community have the police coming behind you every day. Nobody will speak for you. Support them. They are responsible people who run their own families and their homes. All they are asking you to do is to choose one of them. It is your choice that you must make. The best of them, as far as I'm concerned, they're all good people. Whoever wins, the community will be in good hands. I appeal to you to listen well and listen to them. Protect yourself. Be good members of this community. Out there is tough. Most of you came here from different places. You found new homes here. Protect the homes you have. Protect your environment. Stay together as a unit. And most of all, be true ambassadors of Liberia. Being true ambassadors of Liberia requires you to do the right thing. It requires you to sit in this hall and listen and not fight and bicker. It requires you to come here and exercise your vote for the person you believe which will lead you in the proper direction. Being the ambassador of Liberia requires you to be law-abiding, to raise your children in such a way that they grow up to be good citizens as you are. So what I appeal to you, in this election, is that Alex or Chris? I know during elections, tempers flare during elections, people go out on the side here, they want to see who are social people who are arguing. But friends, good friends who are arguing during elections. It doesn't change anything. Don't argue. You can argue, you can make your point, and make sure there's no violence. We're happy to be here. Alex and Chris, it's good to see the two of you. And either of you who gets elected will do well for this community. And we just encourage you to continue to do your best, convince them, not fight them, convince them, see who comes on their side. Thank you, Chairman, for the opportunity to be here.
Martin, they're giving us a word or two or so. Unite and work together. Be good member of the community. Be law-abiding in his words. So let's move on to our next special guest here, Dr. and Stephen Pay. Yes, all
Good evening and good afternoon to my fellow Nigerians. Standing before you, I'm Dr. Stephen Dankwi Pay. I am the longest serving parliamentarian in the history of mankind in the state of Georgia. The longest parliamentarian in the history of mankind, United Nations Citizens Council in the Americas. I am the first author of the book, Reorganization of the Liberian Criminal Justice System and the Prosecution of Sexual Crimes Against Women of Qualitative the Strictest Charges.
Baku?
In our life, it's a challenging thing that we are doing today. They're two beautiful academians, our great heroes. They are here to say. Sometimes when I speak among all of the people in the city, I've been very braggadocious. Chris. The reason for that is some of us are mesmerized. Let me not take your time. I'll be very prompt and precise to the point. When I applied for the position that was appointed by the President of the Republic of than what you know. My daughter lives here. She's a historian. She's an organizer. And she's an entrepreneur. Tati Kope is here. When we organize ourselves like this, we'll do better for Liberia. John F. Kennedy said, and I quote, it's not what the country can do for what you can do for your country. We are electing, and we'll be electing great men that will be able to serve us at a crucial time, a tremendous time. The challenges are facing us. Only because we hail from different continents of the world. But we need to give each other a credit. If you criticize without solution, you are wasting your time. When you criticize someone, teach him, tell him what he is doing wrong, that he will be corrected. So as we are going to choose our leader, we want people to have a clear, determined mind. Regardless of what he went wrong, but tell him and work with him. That's all leadership is about. So to be brief, Liberia is all we have. I came on a medical leave. My child has to be approved by the President of the Republic of Liberia, through the Minister of Justice. And I was able to attend the United Nations Citizens Council general election. Yesterday, the people of Nima had a fundraising, a quick contest. We raised 60,000. Wow. Just for the quick contest. Then the election, we raised 70,000. Just in one time. So we as Liberians need to do the same thing to work with one another, to mobilize this organization. This is going to be one of the best communities within the Liberian community. I thank you all. Thank you so much. Thank you. To pay, and he's a motor, trust me, he's a motor, and that was great. As temporaneous, trust me, he is author of the law, in his words, we organize, we can be able to do well. So one of our own will be contesting the post of mayor here. Will now be coming to the rostrum for the next 2 minutes.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Ambassador, thank you, Dad. To our candidates, we say thank you, and the panel, thank you. You know, we have a good opportunity ahead of us here. 2022, we had an election. And you lent muscle all the energy behind a candidate that promised you like heaven on earth. And Liberians, and I will say it on camera, Mayor Mahoney will have lost that election. There were you people that made him to win re-election. After being in that office since 2014, 2022, he only won with 9,000 votes in this city. That tells you he was unpopular. And I'm looking at a missed opportunity here tonight. Because some of the questions that were asked, I'm sitting right here. None of these candidates mentioned my name. I heard the name of other people that I'm running against. That, oh, they talk to them, they talk to them, they talk to them. When you should be saying, that's why I'm working with this other candidate so we can get some of these things done. It's a great opportunity. Serious great opportunity. And that is why we keep losing. Because I don't know why we always say white is always better. So So if you have a white candidate running and your own fellow Liberian running, you prefer to side with white people because you think they will give it to you. They might give you some cash here and there, but they're going to take 4 years from you. And they are going to institute policies against you. Policies that affect your children's school. Policies that affect police relationship with you. Policies that affect you and your tenants and your landlords. Policies that affect you on your job. We have the numbers. I expected one of these candidates to say, to that question, that's why I'm working with someone, this person, so that we make sure we get our own city hall so that we can change some of these things. I did not hear any of it. Instead, they are calling the names of white people. The same people that promised you in 2022 and there's nothing for you. You've got to believe in yourself. So I want you to get out to go and vote. Election already started, voting started since May 2nd. Go to Cass County Courthouse, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Go and vote, take somebody with you. When we take over City Hall, some of your cries, some of your questions will be answered. Because as I keep telling people, you don't need people to do for you what you can do for yourself.
Exactly.
You can't be chasing people to give you peanuts when you can own the peanut farm. So you have a good opportunity ahead of you. And said, let us work with our own, so that when we get to City Hall, we position ourselves. The mayor of the city has tremendous powers. Power to appoint people in places. And we can position ourselves, power to influence some of the changes that we need to see in the city. That's why we need to do something. But this is my advice to you. I believe in the energy of this campaign. The two candidates are two formidable candidates. This is my plea. After this election, whoever wins, please bring our community together. We are not a divided people. We are a united people. And the unity is strength. Whoever wins, please create an inclusive government. And stretch forth your hands to the other party and bring everybody on board. We want to build a united community. We want to build a unified community. And the same energy we are putting behind the union election after June 6th, turn that energy to the city election. Because that is where what affects you in this town, that's where it lies. Let's come together strong. Let's come together united. Let's come together as one people. After the election, let's shake hands. Let's know you are all still Liberians. There's nothing that will divide us. As far as I'm concerned, the two candidates are good. And both of them have good intention for the community. Make your best choice. And let us move Liberian community in Fargo, Liberian interest in this city. Let's move it forward. My final plea, please, bring ULAND to ULA. ULA is the umbrella association of all Liberians in the Americas. ULAND has been disconnected. I pleaded with SAID. I sent SAID number to the Secretary General of ULA. I begged SAID, please bring ULAND under ULA so that we strengthen what we are doing here in North Dakota, and that has not worked. And I pray one of you, when you are elected, you can do it. Congratulations in advance to whoever wins. We're praying for you and we're wishing you all the best. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for visiting guests for all of those inspiring contributions towards our community. But again, quickly, if you look up the flyer, so we crunch against time. So we are crunched against time, and we want to say to you that unfortunately we're not going to be taking any questions again. So we're going to proceed with the moderator so we can be able to get out of here in time. So it's not about, I understand that we got all of these questions that we have. So I think there's so many questions that have been posed to them. What I would ask them, please do. Unfortunately, we can't take any other questions right now because crunch the each time. So we just got to be able to go over to our presidential candidates, and they'll be able to give us the party, and then we'll be able to get out here early. And we want to say thanks to everyone for everything you have done. And yeah.
Yes, thank you so much. And you know, in this Moderator House, you know, we all have our own areas. Somebody responsible for time, and another person responsible for days. So I just sorry we will not be able to take another question, but I listened to and Mr. Salih, go to Cass County, make sure you vote for Mr. Salih. We want our own to also be elected. And I love the words of encouragement he was able to put forth to the two candidates, whoever wins, whoever loses, especially the
Don't run away.
On this note, we want down the curtains. Right now, we move on to candidate Alex, who will be giving us his party comments, and in the next 2 to 3 minutes. Then, please.
Thank you, DJ. Thank you, DJ.
Hello? Hello? Hey, my brother.
After the debate, I'll be around Jackson for a question. Let me progress.
Okay, go ahead, my brother.
All right. First of all, I want to be grateful to everyone for being here. Like I said from the beginning, you love your community, that's why you're here. And then, I think I need to reclaim my time.
Yeah, and let's go ahead. Beg you, my brother.
All right. I want to be grateful to my entire team that we are on the same ticket together, to my VP, Secretary, Financial, and Treasurer, to my campaign team, and to the Liberian community. Yeah. This election is an election that we should be preaching for change. We have been in this mess for long. We have seen how crippled the community has been since 2014 that I know of. There have been no significant impact. And the Congress sitting right by me here has been part of everything that have not made progress in the community. This Congress have violated even the same constitution. This Congress was required to be audited after he served as financial secretary in the Sewala administration. They refused. I was on the auditing committee. Napoleon Clark was on the Abdullah. They refused because of some of the financial clandestine. Now they are returning. This candidate again in Formosa was questioned to be audited for financial malpractices. Again. Hey.
Daddy, wait. You go over now, wait.
No, I will end my thought. I will begin my thought.
You are sorry. We are sorry. No, my brother, you can't continue to do this. You can't continue to do this. No,
man, wait for me. Yeah, I know I'm not going with her.
Hello?
I'm not going to get the action on you.
Hello.
Only not the 7 now because they are doing singing the bedrooms.
Hello? Alex? We want to have a quiet
Yeah, I'll be on a minute.
We want to have it quiet here so that Alex will continue.
Go about domestic violence, case of on record attacking, getting it back.
Let's end this thing on a good note, baby.
There they begin.
Let's end this thing on a good note. Yeah, Alex.
I think I need to reclaim my time.
Yeah, you get that's 1 minute 30 seconds.
No, I just made 30 seconds before start the 7. But that's fine. 34? Okay. So, I think, okay. I'm over for you.
Hello? Let's give a minute.
Yeah. Put that number your eyes. Put that number your eyes. Yeah, I know where to find you. Really lying on me? Huh?
Okay. My brother, bigger. Yeah, bigger. Please. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you so much. I think we all can see that the truth hurt. And we'll speak the truth today. Nobody will go unpunished and lie to the community. This same comrade, closer to elections, violated the same constitution and fired election commission the day before election. This same candidate did not serve their after bail audited by FAMOSA for financial malpractices. He dragged the organization down. Up to today, the organization looking for their 501c3 that he got in their name. This same candidate name has always been on every clandestine thing since he joined ULA. People of Fargo and North Dakota, don't be carried away by their sweet talks. They're coming back again. Let's change them. Let's replace them. Let's replace them and show them good leadership. Let's replace them and tell them that it can work. When they fail to do, there are other people in your community that can do it. They see a candidate sat in this community, violated other people's rights, privacy. So what we want to do,
15 seconds.
we ask you people, this election is about whether we want to remain stagnant with their old order of corruption, or we want to make a change for a radical progress. And if you're thinking about progress, vote the LSPA and no team. Thank you very much for today.
Yeah, TJ, thank you. Yeah. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, Mr. Chair decided to come and attack my character. And I told you over and over, if you can bring any documentation and proof corruption against me, I'll drop out of the race. Mr. Chair, I was president of Amosa, and he was crying the same cry. Money, 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 I gave him the bank account audit. He came by empty. He's sitting here today and say financial malpractice. But I will not dwell on that. I want to say thank you to ULEN for coming out tonight. Thanks to the organizer, moderators, Mr. Election Commission Chair, and everybody that was visiting guests. Thank you for coming out tonight. This election is bigger than any one of us. This election is for the community. And that's what we are about. Team Mesca Sampson is here to improve on the work that we are starting to move the community higher. I want to recognize my dynamic financial secretary, Mr. Francis Quade, my treasurer, Madam Mami Kranto, my SG, Mr. Moses Bina. I want to say thank you for your support. Together, we'll take ULEN to higher heights. To the community, it's election time. Don't forget, after election, LATF disappears. Be mindful of that. I've been here. I never sought elected position in this community. I've been a supporter. The only reason I'm in the race today is because if my brother Ted cannot handle where we are. As I told him before, if I knew you could do it, I won't be in the race, I'll be supporting you. But we want progress, we don't want to retrogress. That's where we are. And we're going to transform ULEN with your help, with inclusiveness, with transparency. We're going to make this community better. So, in this humble manner, I'm appealing to you to give us your vote come June 6th, and let's move ULEN together. Thank you. Thank you to my wonderful wife for all the support, and God bless you.
So before we leave, there are a lot of incredible work behind the scenes. And we want to give it up to our cream of commissioners, beginning with Josh Elliott. Trust me, Josh, Elliott. We'll call him at 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's how we draw down the curtains on the debate, the presidential debate in the Liberian community in North Dakota. I want to say thank you for being here, and also thank you for sharing our broadcast. This is Blue Star TV. We want to take our leave. Thank you.
You had it all. Go to the
Facebook, we own no copyright to this song. We own no copyright to this song playing in our background. We own no copyright Facebook. We own no copyright Facebook. We own no copyright.
Hello. Excuse me. What do you think about the debate?
What? You afraid of God? Why are you afraid of God? What do you think about the program today?
Oh, the eater, you want to eat?
You want to say something about the debate? The camera live.
Mouth. Why change your mouth?
The camera is loud. What do you think about
I said, why change your mouth?
Oh, what?
You remember who's what?
You got anything to say about the debate today?
Well, even though you can hear me, and we're good.
You guys did well. Oh, wow.
I know my voice is kind of okay. But I want to say thank you to the Nigerian community and our leaders. We want to see unity in this community, and we are working towards it. So, that we were allies, that we were first. Thank you to every one of you who came here. I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Bibi. That was the voice of the vice presidential candidate. Listen.
Well, what do you think about the debate today?
That debate, it was excellent to me. This is what we're looking for. We're looking for Liberians to come out, support the local organization, stand out for each other. Most importantly, follow the rules and regulations of ULAN. I want to say thank you to the Liberian community and to the election commissioner for the great work. ULAN will continue to uphold the rules and regulations governing our organization. Thank you. That was the voice of the treasurer of ULAN. Mr. Chairman, what do you think about the debate today?
Well, first let me say thank you to the commissioner. They did a great job, including the moderators. They came out and did a very great job. And I think this is the movement the community needs. You know, things not going to be peaceful all the time, but at the end of the day, you know, we come together as a community and, you know, and discuss on our differences, you know, and the leaders convinced us today as we start to take. But what I can tell you today, my candidates got 100% of everything that was asked here today. Yet he outperformed Alex, and we hope that after we defeat Alex, come Tuesdays, and they'll come and work for our team.
That was the voice of Team Chris Chairman Steve Wilson. But we got one of the commissioner. How you doing, Mr. Craig?
I'm okay. It's a pleasure again to serve the Liberian community among the panelists. And I think the both candidates came out. They presented a platform. All the top questions were asked. And we hope that maybe on the same Liberian community will decide. We can prepare for them.
All right, that was the voice of the right now.